on my own. At this point I feel very confident. Looks like he's going to move out here. And this is a nice size army. You know, it's going to kill most players. I'm going to take out some of these units before he can both throw up our shields. Throws up two. I'm going to focus down these sentries. And then just start focusing down stalkers. Again, stalkers do more damage to each other. This force field there. High grade placement. I'm going to pull back. I'm going to work in more units. Should be more units. Armies are about even now. Units lost. He's up a little bit and units lost. Or I should say down. Got more units warping in. Army size a little bit bigger than his. And just gonna hold back again. I know I have my expansion coming up. I know he doesn't have his. And I'm just gonna babysit him outside his base. I got his back door down. Looks like he's got a observer up. Going straight towards my base. Doing a transfer as my nexus comes up, and I'm going to start pushing out probes to this new expansion here. I'm in his base. Not really sure why he's not engaging here. I'm going to try to take down Wolfgate here. I'm behind a little bit, and I do. Then I'm going to engage and start focusing down units. I'd like to take care of this Immortal, which is going to start four-shotting my stalkers here, so I do. Just start focusing down stalkers. He's going to warp in as he has a field advantage, so probably going to lose this encounter. I think at this point I'm warping in more units. And give up that force, and he's going to move out smartly, try to take out these proxies, which he knows are out there. I'm going to pull back, try to focus down some of these, distract them a little bit. Do some kiting. Keep them off these pylons as my warp gates come back up. Should be warping in more units here. Again, kiting, trying to distract them. Warping in more units. Yep, down here. Again, he's got this observer, so he can see what's happening. He finally takes down that proxy. He doesn't know about this one yet, so can use this as my rallying point. Gonna throw up another proxy here. And I have my natural not quite saturated yet. Keep building probes out of both Nexus, my 5 gates, and I know I'm ahead. I know he doesn't have his natural up yet. I've seen these robotics facilities, and again he's pushing out some Immortals, which are great against my Stalkers, but he probably should throw up another robotics. I'm just going to keep creating an army. Again, army size relatively equal here. Units lost relatively equal. But again, I have this huge income advantage. 44 workers to 22. And 22 on one base is so few. Especially with 6 on gas. Only 16 on minerals. That's not great. You want 20. I see him moving out here. I'm going to throw up a shield. Retreat back to my proxy. Warp in more units. Always warping in units, trying to keep my minerals low. Here I'm side-capped a little bit, so I'm going to do that thing where I drop all the buildings, 2 forge, get some upgrades. Figure we're just going basic units, basic gateway units. Some upgrades could really turn the tide. Again, feeling good about my economic advantage, pushing out more probes. I really should be boosting either the robotics facility, getting out some Immortals, or these warp gates. A little bit high on minerals. I choose to spend minerals on more gateways when I probably should be using my warp gates to push out units. He's going to take out that proxy. This is a nice size force. He's got 2 Immortals, got 6 Zealots, got 8 Stalkers. I'm going to pull back to my base. I'm going to let him take those rocks if he wants. I'm just going to warp in more units, more units. His income's really plummeted at this point, 600 to my 1300. And now in this engagement, I'm just going to focus fire down. My Zealots aren't doing anything here. Get another bad force field. I'm trying to learn how to use force fields. I'm going to focus down the Stalkers, then the Immortals. Try to get all my Stalkers in on the action here. Should be working with more units, and I guess he leaves the game at this point. He realizes that I have my natural up. he's almost mined out. He doesn't have his up yet. I just took down his big force. This is the push that he wanted to make. He wanted to bust through with those immortals, and I was just able to warp in more units than him because I had the economic advantage. Didn't even have my upgrades going yet. I had 2 more warp gates coming in, so that was going to be 7 for me. Could have researched Blink. But yeah, after this I just would have turned around and pushed up into his base, maybe taken out a few pylons before he could warp in units and push me out, but an attack after that would totally crush him because he had no expansion. And again, that early aggression that I've always been talking about, getting those proxies up, you just want to push out, and that's going to let you take the economic advantage, and then slowly but surely you're going to whittle him down. He's going to do these all-in attacks, and you're just going to be able to warp in units and take him down. Again, PvP, I seem to be doing pretty well, even against these diamond level opponents, so we'll see how I do against some Terran and Zurich as I start playing them in the diamond level. Thanks for watching. Meet you next.